Welcome to the call. My name is Jane Anderson, and I am so happy to be here tonight. I've got with me my friend Jessica Lapine, as well as Sheila Frazier, Tina Britt, and Shauna Secreto. I'm just going to be sharing a little bit about our company, a little bit about our philosophy, as well as some of the products. Obviously, many of you know about our flagship line, which is the drops, but I'm also going to be talking about some of the other products. And then again, how it is that we make money in this business. You may or may not have any interest at all, um, but we're going to share it with you. Okay, so bear with me. Okay, can you just confirm that you can see that? Are we all good? Ex-
Yes.
Okay, excellent. Thank you so much. Um, I am so happy to be here, and just here to share with you again a little bit. My name is Jane Anderson. I'll start with that. Um, what we wanted to do tonight is share a little bit about what's going on in Partner.co, the company, the awesome momentum that we are in, as well as what's happening in our flagship line with the body balancing drops. Some of you may already be using them. Some of you may just be contemplating using them. But we'll also be talking about our company, the business opportunity, and how we make money. My background, and we all have come from different walks of life. My background is that I was a business reporter in Washington, D.C. I then spent about 20 plus years operating a public relations firm with a focus on healthcare, wellness, and prevention. My big client was United Healthcare at the end of it all. And while I loved it, it was super rewarding and very lucrative. Honestly, I worked a lot and it was extremely stressful. Um, and what I did was I helped my clients get on TV and in the newspaper throughout the country. So it was exciting, but I had children and I missed a lot because I had to work. I couldn't always pick when that time was that I was working, and I had to be very responsive to whatever their needs were. So, with that in mind, what I found during the course of having this business was that I discovered a business that I had again I could apply my wellness and prevention passions, right? But in a company where I wasn't trading time for money. And that was something that I loved because what I got to do is I got to, again, help people get healthier, but also then show them how to show other people how to do that, which gave me the ability to do what I loved, but also to leverage my time. I'll talk a little bit about how this company and this business offers that to people. Okay, so let's go with this. The signs of hormone imbalance. Um, 80% of us in our lifetime, men and women, will experience some version of hormone imbalance. So even though if you think, oh my gosh, I'm going through menopause or I'm a teenager and I'm having all kinds of hormonal issues, it occurs in our lifetime throughout. So it doesn't matter your age, whether you're a man or a woman. Um, but one of the least desirable impacts, and if you look at this, We've got mood swings, low libido, headaches, night sweats, food cravings, hot flashes, acne, insomnia, fatigue, and tired. Well, the one that is probably for many people the least desirable is the weight gain. And it comes in a tsunami for a lot of people at different stages and ages. And even if you are doing all the things, you're going to the gym and you're eating nothing and you're taking your vitamins and on, you've tried everything, right? It still comes. And so the reason for this is that hormones are usually the root cause. And unless you address them, you're just slapping a band-aid on the issue. So many, okay. Okay. No matter our age, we all want truly. I mean, don't we want all these things? We want to be able to play on the floor with your grandchildren and go out and play a game of tennis and be a runner at 50 or 60 or 70, right? We all want that more energy, a greater love life, healthy metabolism, uh, and restful sleep, because that's where so much of the healing goes on. And also, it's also where we restore ourselves, where we shed fat, we burn fat in the night when we're in that deep state of sleep. And then truly, who doesn't want lustrous skin? I mean, I certainly do. This is Dr. Joshua Plant. He is one of the doctors, the incredible physicians and healthcare providers that are in our industry, in our company. Um, but we source our ingredients from all over the world. Products are top notch. Obviously, they're guaranteed, tested, proven, clinical trials, quality tests. We have all kinds of third party endorsements. Um, and then, but the products are so good, and we've got a half dozen of these are in the physician's desk referral reference, which is kind of their Bible. When you go to your doctor's office, it's sitting on the shelf behind him on the credenza. So again, just bear in mind that the quality is so outstanding, and this was one of the pieces that was so appealing to me. Okay. The the other thing is this is that as a breast cancer survivor, again, I have a passion for wellness and prevention and all those things. I had breast cancer 6 years ago, and it was shocking to me to get it because again, I'm healthy, I'm doing all the things, and yet that diagnosis occurred. So what it is that it can happen to anyone. And what I want you to do is when you look at this slide, we are a global business. This was the other thing that appealed to me, besides just the quality of the products, the really the world-class physicians and healthcare providers that were involved in this company. It was when I looked at this, a global opportunity. It says 50 plus countries and markets that we're in. We're now at almost 60, right? We're just about to be approved to go into India. But look at this list of countries. Do you know people anywhere? Because if you do, you can have a global business. Mine is limited right now to Canada. I've got a couple of other markets that I've been, Mexico, possibly, but we've got all these other ones. And who do you know? So the other thing to consider, $400 million in annual revenues. We're privately owned, we're debt-free. Our owners came in, two good friends who were self-made and decided that they wanted to create a company that had really world-class products, right? These flagship products. They purchased four companies 3 years ago, and they created this powerhouse of a company. We are in incredible momentum as a result of this. We were also voted named the number one compensation plan in the direct sales industry. And when I looked at the company, when I was really researching it, I thought, oh, I don't know, what number one out of how many companies? it was, I thought 30, 40, 50. It's out of 750 companies. We're paid seven different ways. Incredibly generous compensation plan, and we're paid up to 51%. That's unheard of in my world. Also, award-winning marketing. But who do you know that could be interested in a business? Somebody maybe that you'd like to travel with. Okay, now we've got these are all these different industries that we're involved in, as well as the products. And I'll talk about just a few of them. Um, this one is this one here is Tahitian noni, right? This one. This is a product that has been undergone many clinical trials, and this one it does many things, but immunity boost and inflammation are what I look to for from this product. Lots of clinical trials. I have inflammation in my hands. I have arthritis in my hands. I inherited that from my beautiful mother, but the noni has helped me so much, as well as one of the other products. Um, then MOA. So this is the Tahitian noni. This one, the other benefit of this product is this. Again, speaking about cancer, killer cells, what are they? Killer cells are something that in the body, it will address oxidative stress in the body. What it will do is they call them killer cells because they'll kill the cells that cause cancer, contribute to cancer. And so Tahitian noni, again, 4.6 times greater increase in antioxidants in the blood than orange juice, 31% decrease of free radicals in blood, 25% max decrease in total cholesterol levels. Again, we have clinical trials to back this up. It is a tremendous product. Tahitian, you'll hear about noni, but Tahitian noni is what you need. Again, that is the product that has undergone all these clinical trials. So really incredible. Okay, I've got somebody to admit. Um, all right. And then the next one, the next product that we're talking about. Okay, let me just see. Sorry. Is the Tahitian is the MOA. And the beauty of MOA, again, it counteracts stress, calms the mind, improves cognition, brain health, metabolism, and it again supports the cardiovascular system. I use it again for inflammation in my hands, but the fact is that inflammation occurs throughout your body. And it does positive things. It's a reaction if you have a cut or there's something going on, you have disease or injury. But what it does is if it's there for a long time, it is the root of all disease. And so you want to reduce the inflammation in your body. So other thing that MOA will do, I think we have a little slide on this one, is that it will help with decreased inflammation and reduced recovery time from working out. But the MOA has adaptogenic, it's got a 6 adaptogenic mushroom blend. Really incredible, but also 3 superfood blends, all kinds for immune system support, cardiovascular health. But it is a tremendous product, and I use this daily. This is when you look at this athletic performance recovery. On the left side, you can see just those pictures, but this is crazy. On the right side, the swelling in this woman is she has diabetes, and this was over about a 2.5 week period. Is that the swelling was reduced, the inflammation was reduced. She used the MOA twice a day, and then the woman in the bottom here, I think this was from osteoarthritis. This was a 3 week before and after. All right. The last one is Renew, which is a really a fabulous, we refer to this as a longevity product. And that's because it's something that once you start it, you very well may want to stay on it. And what it does is it increases the body's ability to produce human growth hormone, right? And why this matters so much, it does many things, but it's referred to as the fountain of youth. It promotes deeper sleep, um, all kinds of other benefits. But when we're a 20-year-old, we produce, say, 100% of HGH. By the time we're 50, it's at half. And again, imagine as we age to 60, 70, and older, it really is down so dramatically, right? But they refer to it as the fountain of youth. But again, restores deeper restorative sleep, increase libido, reduce body fat, promotes youthful looking skin. And again, who doesn't want that? Improve mood and energy, and then improve cell regeneration. So it feeds at the cellular level. It is restoring, it is feeding the cells. Um, so um, let's talk about the drops. Many of you have already used them or will be using them. We have clinical trials that show if you just diet and exercise versus using the drops, along with the diet and exercise, the weight loss is twice as much. Um, and it's, again, clinically proven, doctor recommended, all natural, safe, and effective, homeopathic and herbal, but also hormone and stimulant free. Um, with the droppers, you've got two droppers. This is dropper number one. It assists with weight release, fires up your metabolism, curbs your cravings and snacking, balances your blood sugar, sharpens focus, clarity, supports stress resilience. The foundational hormones in the body, these two products, dropper one and two, will reset those foundational hormones: cortisol, insulin, ghrelin, leptin. Dropper number two promotes fat loss. Again, deep, restful sleep, supports overnight fat burning, which is, again, when you sleep, you're going to burn fat faster. Balances your cortisol. That's your stress hormone, fight or flight. Do you have any of that? I think most people, when I ask them, they laugh because, yes. Um, Supports your mood and energy, reduces inflammation and repair, wake up refreshed and energized. I'm not sure how this happens, but this is really a power couple in my book because it does two things. It gives you energy during the day, but then it lets you sleep really peacefully at night. So I love this combination. Um, Again, what this does is it is a simple combination, the two drops. Again, 24/7 balance made simple, steady energy, great sleep, metabolism support, cravings and appetite under control, quiets the food noise. I don't know about you, but I know that for me, before I started the drops, breakfast, I was thinking about what I was having for lunch. At lunch, I would start thinking about what I was having for dinner. So it's helped me so much with all of that. And I'll share in just a minute, I'll share before and after of me. But again, I've lost on the drops, I've lost 15 pounds, reduced the inflammation in my hands. I now sleep through the night like a baby, and I had not for probably 10 or 12 years. So that's amazing for me. Also, stress, cortisol balance, healthy, has all kinds of healthy benefits for you. There is a food list, and it is an approved food list. And what happens with it is that when you use the drops in concert with the food list, It is wonderful. Now, there's no police person coming after you to say, did you have fruit? Did you have sugar? The fact is that this is a whole food eating experience. And the closer that you stick to this food list, which I did the first month, I was like a robot with it, the better your results are going to be. It's low glycemic. It gives you all kinds of ideas for different things that you can have, but you will cut out a few different things just during the time when you're trying to lose the weight. Okay. All right. Okay. This is my before and after pictures. Again, this was August 4th through through the August 4th to the 24th, and then again until October 4th. I've lost a total of 15 pounds, but I continue to have other benefits. My body is still changing shape, and I need to do probably another before and after at this point. Okay, these are just the variety of other people who have used the drops because people say, yeah, but again, you're a woman. Of course you need to do this. Well, we have women of every age, every again, men, women, young, old, not so young, right? I love this guy over here. He is one of my favorites because he said to his wife, "This totally will not work. I am not doing this." And then he said, "But I'm going to prove you wrong." So he used the drops, and look what happened. Okay. Huge business. Again, huge opportunity. A bit about the business and why it's different. Again, you might not have any interest in a business, but I'm going to share with you what my experience has been. And in case you know someone, then you may want to pass it on to them. And why it's different. Most jobs, you trade your time for money, right? You're a pharmacist, you're a lawyer, you're a doctor. You're paid for every hour that you're working, either on salary or if you're paid hourly, that may be the way it is, but you're trading your time for money. This business model allows us to leverage our time, right? Instead of trading our time for money, and allows us to work the same. It lets us do our business, right? And then what we do is that we show others how to do the same. We have the ability to duplicate ourselves, right? Teach them to do exactly what we do, right? So the business is duplicatable and it's also scalable. Um, we have the ability to build something small or very large, just depending on what we want. You may want an extra few $100s. I wanted to build something substantial. And over time, this compounds. So I don't know what you're looking for, or if you even have an interest in the business, you may want to get some drops. If that's the case, this is how you do it. You grab a box of drops retail from the person who invited you on the drop talk tonight or on the replay if you're watching it that way. Either way, they can help you out. You get with that person. The other way is you can also open an account and save 30% as a brand partner for $29.95. You get a website, a back office, incentive trips, marketing tools, weekly commission paychecks, so much more. If you choose to do a business with it. However, you can also just sign up as a brand partner and get that 30% discount. So either way, talk to the person who invited you, and they will help you out. Now, the way that we do our business is simple. We turn our social media into, uh, again, we use it to promote our business, and we have something called a system of growth, right? And we have an app called Boards just on our phone, right? It's so easy to do it. It is the drops or a viral product, right? And they, excellent compensation plan. Doesn't matter if you have experience, if you're techie or not. I had not posted on Facebook for about 5 years prior to me starting in this business. We teach you everything that you need to know. The board's device or the app is so simple and easy and really quite fun to use. Um, and again, it's a roadmap for success. So I'm going to just tell you several ways that we get started, how we do the business at the beginning. Um, again, is I'm going to show you several packs. We have a 4-pack, which is often the consumer pack. This is where you get 4 boxes of the drops. You can share them with others, but usually it's someone, a consumer, who's just deciding that they want to sign up and get the bigger discount with the brand partner. So the cost is $371. Now, they may keep the drops, but say they want to sell them, which they can. You sell them at 167 each. You've purchased them for 371. Your profit is $297, right? Now maybe you sell them to a girlfriend or your boss or whoever. But the more you buy, the more you make. The 10-pack and the 30-pack that you're seeing, these are really these are our business packs. When we start the business, you purchase the drops. In the first case, you get a 10-pack. The purchase them for $8.79. That's the cost. You sell each box at 167. Your profit is $7.91. So you're almost doubling your money there. The 30-pack is also the best deal because if you look at the return, the cost $24.99, and this was what I did when I started my business. I paid $24.99 and bought a 30-pack of drops. You sell each box at 167. And when you're at about 15 boxes, you have paid for your investment, you paid it off, or you've gotten a return on it. And then everything above that is gravy. So your profit 25.11 on that. So you're doubling your money, which I thought was kind of mind-blowing to me. Um, so the 30-pack is also the best deal because it fulfills the company's incentive offer to us within the first 4 weeks of becoming a brand partner. Um, if you sell 30 boxes or purchase the 30 boxes, um, what you do is you achieve what's called top pay, which affords you a 30% commission bonus instead of 15%. So for me, it was a no-brainer. That's where I went, and that's where I started my business with that. Now, as mentioned, we have 7 other ways that we're paid besides just selling the drops at a retail price. So we'll share more of that with you if you've got an interest. But all of that being said, we want you to get in where you fit in, right? Everyone's different. Maybe you just want healthy products, or maybe you're just interested in a small additional income, but maybe you want more. So the fact is, I don't know what your dreams or desires are, and we're all so different. Um, if you get with the person who invited you to get on the call, they can answer your questions and help you accordingly, right? So thank you so much for spending time with us tonight, or on the replay, either one. It might be morning when you're watching. Um, have a wonderful rest of your day. Take care.
Thank you, Jane.
Thank you so much. Okay.
Jane, I don't know if you hear me. It's Tina.
I can. Just here, let me.
Hey, that was great. Thank you so much.
You are so welcome. I'm going to stop the recording.